We headed back to the Belize River Valley where we found the Boom Hatterville Circuit water-free, and so was the access road to the villages along the Belize River Valley Road. The river is filled to capacity with floodwaters, and a number of yards in proximity to the waterway remain inundated. A couple weeks ago, access to the village of Lemonal was cut off, and supplying pantry to those who were stuck in shelters or in their homes was only made possible through support from the Belize Coast Guard, who would ferry NEMA personnel and residents via boat. Today, access to some houses off the main road could only be done via canoes, but for the most part, the water had receded, and residents have been making their way back to their homes.
First, the water came up, and that was really high, and it went down like 3 days after the raise. Then, like a week apart, we had another raise. Well, that one, the water was up for more than weeks. Well, right now, it's still up. We have like 27 families that got really affected by the flood, while most of us were affected too because a part of the road was covered with water. We have a couple houses that are underwater, and some people that came for shelter went back home now that the water is going down. But you still have few homes that are under the water whereby people need to use canoes to reach to their house.
In Boral Boom, we found 7 families, or 24 persons, including children, still in shelters. Many of them have been living there for about 3 to 4 weeks after water levels rose inside their houses. Kimberly Segura is the president of the Community Disaster Response Team in the village. She and her family were displaced, and she says that there are still a few houses that are still underwater.
The water is low, but then we still have a couple of houses still in the water. They're still underwater. The water is not completely leave from inside their homes. And because of that, we're still here in the shelter.
Okay, I understand that some streets too still have water on it, right?
Yes, the roads they still have water, but then it's low now that vehicles can pass, especially the one that is very close to me. Mm-hmm. That one vehicle couldn't have passed through there for about 2 weeks. We had to use canoes and boats to get across if you want to go that side. People used to still use the road with the boats and canoes because they had to get to and from work every day. The river is still very much high, but there are possibilities that after this it will go down, like I said before, with the weather climate. Whenever the weather gets like this, the river drops fast. So we are looking forward that probably in the next week or so that we can actually see the bank side.
It is expected that by the end of the week, all persons in shelters would have returned to their houses, after which an assessment of the damages will be done. Have you guys been able to assess the damages to your homes?
No, sir. We're hoping to get some assistance from NEMO, but we still haven't gotten for sure answer yet from them. So we're just like on standby.
You don't go home and check, say, if there was any damage inside your home, inside, your relative's home, because I know there is where it's still affected. Yeah.
Yes, sir. As a matter of fact, yesterday I went home to check on my house, and I can clearly say that my home is not safe for me. My floor is damaged. I have another neighbor that lives right beside me. Her flooring is also damaged. The young man that lives behind me, his entire home was underwater. It was only the roof that was out of water. So he needs, I believe, a complete house.
Most of them were affected, and I believe that some stuffs have been destroyed. But you have this house that, man, just the top you could have seen, and I know that a lot of stuff was destroyed in that house.
NEMO is going to come through to come and help out?
Yes, I believe they will come by because they came already. You have like 4 organizations that came by to assist people that were affected and needed help in the village. So now we are still looking forward that they may come by to check up again and see where else they can help.
Dwayne Moody for News 5.